Johnston, pretty historic night, senior night. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement.
Yeah, that was an incredibly special night. All the time we talk about it just takes a village. There are so many people that are instrumental in helping a team be successful. And so tonight was a great way to cap off the home season, to really just see it all play out. The team put so many different pieces together, just our event management staff, our marketing, our communications, just everybody that's a part of this is crucial to the success of the team, and just so thankful for a great night, a really special night. The fans were invested in high energy, and overall this was definitely just a great memory to store and move forward as we keep going through season.
When you look into the corners of Coleman, it has the "Where Legends Are Made" slogan. That's kind of the slogan of Alabama athletics. How have you seen Louisa become a legend of Alabama gymnastics?
Louisa's been a legend by her gymnastics for her entire 5 years here, and she has as a person as well. It's just that I've only known her for 2 years that I've been here, and to see the growth that she has had personally as a leader, as somebody that I watch her teammates go to and ask for advice, both about gymnastics and about life. It's those moments when you really see somebody breaking through that are just filled with joy and fulfillment, knowing that that person is ready for anything. They're ready to graduate. They have the skills to transfer into the real world, and I just know she's going to be great at whatever she decides to do.
Coach, to have a performance like that and have various records broken, but also to do it in front of y'all's alumni, to International Women's Night, how powerful was everything that happened out on the floor tonight, just kind of summed up into a perfect bow?
Yeah, we actually talked about it in the locker room before we came out for warm-up, that there was a lot of different things to celebrate tonight between senior night, alumni night, and International Women's Day. And so we talked about the theme being about investing and accelerating, and how we can really use our the past of women time after time have trailblazed the way to providing opportunities that we have today. And so to have our alumni here who were trailblazers in allowing us to have these opportunities and pave the way, there was so much more to compete for tonight. And there's such a pride in what we get to do out there day in and day out. So there was just a lot of meaning. It was really special, and I'm just really proud of how the team poured everything that they could into each moment, but took control of it. They didn't let the moment take control of them. They didn't lose just how they handled the emotion. They continued to stay in the driver's seat, control the things that they could do, which is what led to a great night.
What does it say about Louisa, what the opportunity she had in elite and international gymnastics, that she still chose to come back and have this fifth year and kind of the success she's been able to have for y'all this season?
Yeah. We talk all the time about having a team-first mentality, and I think Louisa is somebody that you can see that play out on the competition floor. She has been at a peak in terms of competing week in, week out, or month in, month out for about 2 years now, and that is really tough. Most athletes have a summer season off. Louisa didn't have that. She competed all summer long. She's been in routine shape since the beginning of her actual senior year, and that's really tough mentally, emotionally, and physically. So it says a ton about who she is and how much she cares about her team, knowing that she can put that aside and still invest every ounce of her being because of how much she loves this team. And that's why she came back. I can vividly remember talking with her about she wanted to be more than just a gymnast. She wanted to leave a legacy. She wanted to be the leader, the person that was able to help her teammates grow and move forward and become legends themselves. And I can confidently say that she's done that.
Hey, Coach. So I crunched some numbers a little bit in between rotations. Over the first 6 weeks of the season, your average score on the floor was 49.367. And then over these last 4 meets, your average is up to a 49.606. So could you just sort of talk about the improvement you've seen on that particular event?
Every event, we do the same thing. We sit down and crunch those numbers and talk about how do we get a quarter tenth here, a half tenth here, full tenth here, and really we have a lot of individual meetings with our athletes about this is what we're missing, this is what you're capable of, now how do we close that gap? And so I think it just says a lot about their buy-in, that each athlete is looking at the facts and understanding how they need to improve, and they're not offended by it. They're just simply looking at it, okay, this is what I need to do to get closer to my potential, my true capability. And so I'm proud of the buy-in. I'm proud of how they've rose to the challenges that we've given them over these past couple weeks. It hasn't always been perfect, but they continue to be resilient and continue to show that they want to be great, and they're willing to do whatever it takes.
How does the results from tonight really trickle forward now for postseason and to have your best gymnastics at this moment going into the SEC championships and NCAAs and all that good stuff?
I think having a great performance is really good for our self-belief. I think this team knows that they're really talented, but they've kind of struggled with wanting it too bad at times. And so being able to have a performance like tonight where it wasn't perfect, but they still put a lot of pieces together to make it a great performance, that just does so much for their self-belief. Because at times, I've heard different athletes say, we just have to put it all together. And as a coaching staff, we've kind of come back and said, that's actually not true. You don't have to put it all together. You just have to put a lot of the pieces together. Nobody's going to be perfect. And so trying to stay out of a perfection mindset and into a progress over perfection, I think that's what the team did a really good job of tonight. And, we still left a lot of tenths out there on the floor, but they didn't let it affect them. They responded really well, and they put enough pieces together to still be one of the top teams in the country.
Anything else? Last one right here.
How was this win with your former teammates and your former coach in the house as a birthday present?
It was a great birthday present. There's nothing more I could want than to have 10,000 people show up for a birthday party. No, it was a really special night. Starting with the team just connecting and celebrating each other. And I think that's something that's really unique to this team, is that they have such a strong connection. They're a really tight-knit group, and they really committed from the beginning of today of, we're going to pour every single thing into this. We're not going to leave anything out there at the end of the day. We don't want to have any regrets. It's going to be I'm glad I stepped into that moment, not I wish I had stepped into that moment. And so I thought they did a really good job of carrying that attitude throughout the whole night. Just thank you to all the fans, the supporters. It's been a really special season, and looking forward to seeing you next year. Roll Tide.